In the quiet town of Willowbrook, nestled amidst ancient woods, stood an old, abandoned mansion. Its time-worn facade bore witness to centuries of secrets, and its halls echoed with the ghosts of forgotten lives. One stormy night, as lightning split the sky, a young couple, Sarah and David, sought shelter within the mansion's decaying walls. They had heard the legends, but desperation led them to seek refuge in this forsaken place. As they stepped through the threshold, a palpable heaviness settled in the air. Shadows danced on the walls, and the wind howled through broken windows. The couple huddled together, their breaths visible in the frigid air. As they ventured deeper, they began to hear it. The faintest of whispers, like the rustling of leaves in a long-forgotten garden. It seemed to emanate from the very walls themselves, carrying with it a sense of ancient sorrow. Sarah's heart raced, but David insisted it was just the wind. They pressed on, determined to find a room where they could take shelter until the storm passed. In a forgotten chamber, they discovered an old, dusty mirror. Its glass was clouded with age, but its frame was ornate, bearing cryptic symbols and faded etchings. As they gazed into the mirror, their reflection seemed to blur and shift, as though the glass held a portal to another realm. Sarah felt a cold breath on her neck, and she turned to find herself alone in the room. Frantic, she called out for David, but her voice echoed in empty halls. Panic set in as she realized she was truly alone in the accursed mansion. Meanwhile, David stumbled through the labyrinthine corridors, the whispers growing louder and more insistent. They seemed to call his name, each utterance sending a chill down his spine. Suddenly, he found himself in a chamber unlike any other. The walls were lined with portraits, their eyes following him with a malevolent gaze. In the center of the room stood a figure cloaked in shadow, its face hidden in darkness. The figure spoke, its voice a mournful wail, recounting the tragic tale of the mansion's past. The lives lost, the curses spoken, and the restless souls condemned to haunt its halls. Back in the mirror chamber, Sarah's reflection began to shift, contorting into grotesque shapes. She screamed, but her voice was drowned out by the relentless whispers. As the storm raged on outside, the couple's fates became intertwined with the mansion's dark history. The whispers grew louder, merging into an eerie chorus that seemed to emanate from the very walls. And then, in a final, chilling crescendo, the mansion fell into an eerie silence, leaving only the echoes of Sarah and David's terrified breaths. To this day, the mansion in Willowbrook stands, its walls bearing witness to the horrors that unfolded within. The townsfolk dare not approach, for they know that within its time-worn halls, the whispers of the past still linger, waiting to ensnare any who dare to enter. Remember, it's just a story. But if you ever find yourself near an old, abandoned mansion on a stormy night, you might want to think twice before seeking shelter within its walls.